Welcome everybody to this video. My name is Ali. Today we're going to start with the first chapter of the course Crypto for Beginners. I'm really excited to guide you all through this cryptocurrency course, and hopefully after this course you guys will be normies and will eventually know more about the cryptocurrency than before. Let's go, continue. All right. So I've made I divided this presentation into four parts. The first part, we're going to focus on our mindset. The second part, we're going to focus on our strategy. The third part, we're going to select a broker, the right exchange to buy our cryptocurrency coins. And the last part, we're going to focus on building a portfolio plan. And of course, we're going to end this presentation with some ethics, which is very important in the finance world. So the first part, mindset. So before I talk about like certain investments in the crypto space, um, I decided to use four terms in this course, which is first of all the long term. If I talk about long term investments, I talk about investments for over more than 10 years. If I talk about midterms, I talk about investments from minimum 2 to 5 years, and short term investments are a period of 1 to 2 years to take your profits, use string trading or whatever. So these are the four terms I'm going to talk about, discuss in the whole course. The mind game. What is cryptocurrency? Investing in cryptocurrency and also in stocks. What is it about? It's all about patience. If you're here to put in your money into a certain asset or stock, and you expect the money to grow immediately, not decrease in value over time, you're in the wrong place. You shouldn't invest in here. Then stop. Just go somewhere else. But if you put your money into an asset or a stock to make sure that it's increasing over time for, let's say, a long-term period, it's going to increase in value definitely, without a doubt. But during these times, you will have price dips when the price decreases and increases over time. This is what happens a lot in the cryptocurrency space. So you got to realize that and be ready for that if this happens. So even though if let's say you buy an asset, let's say cryptocurrency, you buy Bitcoin for 50K, and then in let's say in the next upcoming months, the price dips all the way back to 30K. So you lost 20K of value in your portfolio. Are you gonna sell it? No. Never sell something with a loss. Always sell something with a profit. Just wait it out. That's a temporary correction where a lot of traders are willing to uh, sell their cryptocurrency coins now, and then the price will increase over time eventually. So you gotta have a lot of patience. Like basically when you plant, let's say an apple tree, and then you expect it to grow into a big giant tree within 1 month. That's not gonna happen. It takes years and years and years. You need to take care of the plant, nurture it, give it some attention, some love, whatever. It's the same thing with yourself. You gotta give peace to your own mindset, to your own mentality before it increases over time. There's also a term called FOMO. FOMO stands for fear of missing out. Let's say you see a certain asset or a certain coin increasing, let's say 300% in 1 week. If you look at this asset, you're gonna think by yourself, oh, imagine all those people that bought in before the price increases, they will have a lot of profits now. So if I don't step in now, I'm gonna miss a lot of profits. This is like the feeling that you will have to invest in a project without realizing if an asset is overvalued or undervalued. Let's say you see an asset. For now, we have the metaverse that is exploding in the crypto market. You see that, for example, the token Mana, Decentraland, or Sand. You see the token is increasing from under $1 to all the way to $7. You're gonna think by yourself, "Oh my God, I'm gonna miss out so much profits if I don't invest my money into it. I can make quick money if I invest in this coin." And then later on, you see that the price decreases over time. Why? Because you didn't do your research and ask yourself, is this asset currently overvalued or undervalued? If you can come to the conclusion it's overvalued, don't invest in it. If you come to the conclusion that it's undervalued, you can invest in it. Are you in here for the long term, for the midterm, or the short term? These are the questions that you have to ask yourself before you invest into an asset. So there's also risks involved when you invest your money. You gotta always keep in mind that only put money into an asset that you are willing to lose. So this way you won't get emotionally attached to the money if the price of an asset that you invested in decreases over time because you're in here for the long term anyway. This is how the market works. Risk, risk management. Emotions. There are a lot of emotions coming along in the investing world. So if you're not prepared for making profits and losses, you're not ready for this. Trust me, there will be a lot of emotions coming in. This is because money is a primarily need in our lives. When the end of the month is near, let's say the 25th of the month, you get your salary. Everybody becomes happy. They have money. They can spend it and presents. They can buy stuff for themselves, for the family, whatever. But if you take money from people, they will become angry. Why? Because this belongs to our primarily needs. So if you lose money by investing, you will become angry. And if you lose money, there's no one else to blame except yourself. So you got to learn from this. Why did you lose money by investing in this asset? What did you do wrong? And how can you prevent it from happening again? And it's the same thing with taking profits. If you're taking profits and you made a lot of money with a certain coin, what are you going to do with this money? Are you going to spend the money and buy more liabilities, or are you going to invest part of this budget into another project and increase it even more and create compounding effect, or are you just going to waste the money into something else, or take full profits out of it, or just keep it in it? What are you going to do with it? These are the type of questions that you need to ask yourself. If you make a lot of profit, don't become too um, over emotional. With over emotional, I mean don't think by yourself, oh, it's going to increase more. I have all the money in the world. No, if you don't take your profits out, you don't have the money. Even though on your account it says you have like 20K profit, you won't have that money unless you take it. If it's in your hand, then you're the owner of that money. If not, it can literally just disappear within an hour in the crypto market. So you got to be realized and act fast and have a plan ready when the moments are happening. Okay? So, and also when the market dips, this is our turn to buy an asset that is undervalued. So this is the well-known saying of Warren Buffett. He said, be fearful when people are greedy, and be greedy when people are fearful." Meaning, if people are fearful, they're selling their assets. And during these times when people are fearful, there are a lot of opportunities to step into the market and buy these crypto coins for cheap. And then when everybody becomes greedy, when the market is going parabolic, that's the moment when you have to sell step by step. Not everything, but just step by step. And then all the people that will jump into the asset later, they will get wrecked eventually. This is how the market works. So you got to put the Uno reverse card in it. Okay, all right. The strategy. There are three strategies that I use personally for my crypto trading, for my investments. The first strategy is called HODL, which means hold. This term was brought into existence because one of the users on Reddit, he misspelled the word hold, HOLD, and instead of hold, he wrote hodl. And ever since the term hodl was born, and everybody uses this term on the internet to indicate that we have to hold our asset no matter what happens. Even though the market dips, it is going to increase over time eventually. That's what happened with Bitcoin. It decreased over time. It was 20K in 2017, and then it decreases all the way to 4K, and now today it's around 54K. So this is what happens. Like if you just hold your asset long enough, you will be in profit eventually. Nobody is losing money by holding their assets. You can only lose money if you sell the asset with a loss, and you can never lose money if you take your profits. Nobody lost money by taking profit. So you got to keep that in mind. So for the first strategy, HODL, I use this term to indicate that we're hodling over minimum 10 years. And with this method, with this strategy, you can use the following method, which is called dollar cost average, which means that no matter how high the price is, you're just going to buy a specific amount of Bitcoins every week. Let's say 10 euros or $10 a week. You're just going to put it in Bitcoin. No matter the price is increasing or decreasing over time. You're just going to do this the upcoming 10 years, and you will eventually see you will have an average price of buying Bitcoins, uh, even if it's a small amount. And over time, you will see that you will generate a lot of profits in those 10 years. So you got to be patient and you got to play the long game. And visualization is Just hodl it. It's the opposite of the Nike logo. So the price increases, it dips, and then it increases over again. This is what happens every 4 year cycle. The second strategy is called swing trading. It's basically like when something is going into swing. So if you look at this image, you buy you buy the asset when it's low and you sell the asset when it's high. With swing trading, it can happen in long time frames, mid time frames, and in short time frames. It depends on your personal strategy. So basically, what you gotta do is you have to buy the dips and you have to sell the tops. So the method that you can use is invest capital that you are willing to miss for the coming 1 to 3 to 6 months, and then you can trade with the money with it. This is called swing trading. With this, let's say for example you bought 5 bitcoins over here, and the price of 5 bitcoin increased over time, and then you sell the 5 bitcoins over here, and then the price of Bitcoin crashes. Now you have like the 5 bitcoins, which has a value when it was over here. If you look at my mouse, it had a value of 5K, and now the price per Bitcoin decreased to let's say 3K. So now you will be able to buy more Bitcoins with the profits that you made. And then this is how you increase your portfolio. And this is how the big institution with billions and billions of dollars of money, this is how they trade the market as well. They manage to pump the markets and dump the market as well. So this is called manipulation in the market. So you just got to ignore it and play the bigger game. Leverage trading is a strategy that is called you trade with a loan system. You only trade with clear market patterns and always trade with profits only. Never put your own money into it. If you made money with hodling or swing trading, those profits, the profit that you made in with this two strategy, always take a small amount and put it in your leverage trade positions, because this way you will get less emotional when the markets when the price swings of your position, and this is basically free money. So it's only a win-win situation. So basically, in a nutshell, the greater the risk, the higher the reward. Simple as that. Let's go to the second slide. Portfolio. So for this example, I've used the following four coins. I want to share you my personal view of these four coins. Let's say we have a budget of 1,000 euros, and we want to invest this 1,000 euros. You can put the 1,000 euros, everything. You can put it in Bitcoin. You can put it in Ethereum, Chainlink, Cardano, or any other crypto coin that you want. But my personal strategy is you have to diversify it. So let's say Bitcoin is decreasing in price, and let's say, for example, Ethereum is increasing. That means that you will lose a certain amount of value of profits in your Bitcoin portfolio, but it will increase in Ethereum. So this way, you will spread the risk. And this way is personally my best strategy to make a lot of profits in the crypto market. I diversify my portfolio, but not all too much. But I only put my money into projects, a big amount of money into projects that I firmly believe in it, with have projects that have a lot of strong fundamentals. And these four coins have really strong fundamentals. I personally believe that Bitcoin is here to stay, Ethereum is here to stay, Chainlink and Cardano as well. So if I talk about projects in long-term basis, I always ask myself, is this project going to exist in the upcoming 10 years? Yes or no? And if my answer is yes, I'm going to put my money into it. If not, I'm just going to put a specific amount of money, then I'm going to take it out eventually. So for this example, we're going to diversify the 1,000 euros into these four coins. So in this example, I use Bitcoin. I put half of my money into Bitcoin because Bitcoin is the strongest, and the coin that is here to stay. It's not going to disappear. Trust me. It's going to it's going to stay here forever. So that's why I put my most amount of money into this project. It's specifically focused on financial transactions on a global level. If you look at Ethereum, I put 250 euros into it. It's 25% of my budget. Ethereum is focused on smart contracts. I'm going to explain later on what smart contract is. And Chainlink is focusing on connecting blockchain networks together so they can operate with one another. So I put 125 euros, which is 12.5% of my portfolio. And Cardano is also a smart contract project, but it's the third generation, which means that it is more optimized for the new users and our behavior. Because if you look at Ethereum, they are not able to manage all the transaction at a specific amount of time. They have a lot of problems because there's too much transactions happening within a specific amount of time. They need to focus on scaling, while Cardano knows these problems because it's the third generations, and they're helping um, they're providing solutions for the problems that are happening with the Ethereum project right now. So that's why I also believe in this project as well. So I put 125 euros, 12.5% of my budget into this project as well. So only invest long term in strong fundamental projects. That's what I wanted to share with you guys. Composition of trading portfolio. So you have three strategies: hodl, swing, and leverage trading. Let's say we want to invest our 1,000 euros. Let's say, for example, this 1,000 euros is all profit. We just want to invest in it. We can use it for a hodl strategy, which is 75%. Okay. No, no, the budget is not 1,000 yuan. This doesn't add up. But let's say we have a specific amount of budget, and we want to invest in it. We want to put 75% of our budget into hodl strategy, which is 500 euros. Swing trading, which is between 100 and 250, is 20%. And leverage trading, we're just gonna put our profit or 5% of our budget into it. This is how we diversify our portfolio and uh, increase the chances of gaining profits over time. All right. How do we deal with the news that is spreading into the media? We know that the majority of the world populations, they watch the media, social media, whatever, and their perspective, their opinion gets influenced, gets shaped by the media. Uh, so we got to realize that a lot of investors, a lot of big companies are also following the media. So let's say we have a bad news coming out about cryptocurrency. Let's say China is banning Bitcoin again every year. They do this every year. What's going to happen? The price of the Bitcoins will decrease. People will sell their Bitcoins out of fear. That's what's happening because they get manipulated um, by the news that is spreading into the media. So we got to realize that if we manage to do our analysis in a proper way, we will be able to tell what's going to happen in the news. That's I'm gonna teach you this in chapter 3 or 4 in the upcoming chapters. It's basically like if you do your technical analysis, the price swings, if you analyze this in a good way, you can tell when there will be good news in the media or when there's bad news in the media. Hence the saying of a famous German trader, show me the chart, I'll tell you the news. That's why we got to realize that the news is here to manipulate the market, to influence the opinion of a lot of traders. So we just got to ignore it. This is all FUD, fair uncertainty doubt. They're here to take your money. That's what you got to do. How do I do that? With political influence, with elections, with lawsuits, with regulations, and so on. You gotta focus on international holidays as well. Crisis, like for example the pandemic. If you look at the markets in 2020 or 19, we saw that the markets in 2020 were dumping in the period of March. So this is what happens with the market. So uh, if we go to the chart of cryptocurrency, let's say we're gonna pick Bitcoin, and then let's see. Okay, it's over here. If you look at the chart, you can see the prices on this side and the data is on this side. We can see that in March 2020, we saw that the price of Bitcoin was decreasing. Look, it was decreasing like from here all the way from 10K to 4K. It decreased with 62%. This dump was caused by the fear and the news that was spreading about the pandemic, the coronavirus. What happened afterwards? We saw that this price just recovered within 83 days. So the people who sold their bitcoins, excuse me, the people who sold their bitcoins in this period, they lost a lot of money. But the people who bought it over here, they made a lot of money. And if you zoom out, what happens with the price? Look, it increased over time. So if you bought the crypto asset around this price range, you made how much profit did you make? Let's see, 1,434%. So if you just hold your crypto assets, you're gonna make a lot of profits. So always focus on the long term. play the long game. All right. Tax season. This is also a indication when the price is dipping because people have to pay their taxes. For some websites that I recommend reading, you can watch Cointelegraph, CoinDesk, and Daily Coin for websites and a lot of news about the crypto space. But I also gotta tell you that I have seen a Twitter post of an insider who was working with all these social media, and he was revealing that these websites are working with other people behind the scenes to spread false news about certain projects, certain crypto assets, on purpose to decrease the price so they can so the other investors can step in and buy the coins for cheap, and they will and the people, let's say for example coin telegraph, they will get a lot of money. They were paid one Bitcoin for spreading false news, according to the Twitter, according to the tweet. I can show you. If I saved it, I can show it to you guys. Hold on, give me a second. Important data. Maybe it was over here. Hopefully, I saved it somewhere so I can show you guys. Well, we got to keep in mind this was a tweet. So if it's confirmed or not, I'm not 100% sure, but let's see if I can find it or not. Maybe it was over here. It was in the period of, yeah, this is over here. Okay, I found it. Some inside info on FUD, effing with markets by someone who has bad blood on their hands many times before. This is going to be decently detailed, so sit down and take your time. I'll also add some proofs as I dig through some old drives without doxing any clients above, obviously. So this is the first page. This is the second page. You can pause the video and read it for yourself. I'm just going to share it in here. This is the third page. Um, this is the fourth page. Look, pay several contributors to Bloomberg, Forbes, etc. to publish hot takes on the story, citing the article. So this is the amount of, look, I'm going to show you over here. Site, and they had to pay, like, this is the amount of money they received. And if you look over here, Cointelegraph, they received a full one whole Bitcoin and just spreading false news. And this is what happens behind the scene as well. So we got to realize that the media is a centralized um, organization that it is controlled by specific amount of people. Just pause the video and read it for yourself. So this were the tweets. Or you're just gonna jump back into the course, of course. So you gotta keep in mind, don't only follow the media. You gotta always be uh, critical when you read something on the media, on the news. Think. Always verify the information that you hear on the news. Think logically. If it's logic, yes or no. Don't think with your emotions. Think logically. And also, they're also talking about central bank digital currency, which is going to use the blockchain technology. They're going to adopt it anyway. So I don't see cryptocurrency disappearing in the upcoming 10 years. It's going to be part of our daily lives in the future, as it is already today. So think by yourself: is this a good investment or not? Always invest in assets and projects that are long term. They have a long term vision. So big corporate multinationals in the cryptocurrency space. Behind the scenes, a lot of big institutions and corporations are investing in the crypto market. You can see over here, MicroStrategy, Tesla, Galaxy Digital Holdings. We have Coinbase, and we also have governments. I'm going to show you that. Who holds all the Bitcoin? It's Grayscale. And the second place is the Chinese government. They hold 194,775 Bitcoins. So when you heard the recent news about China banning Bitcoin, I was questioning myself, why would they ban Bitcoin? Why are they, while they are the second largest holder of the cryptocurrency? It doesn't make sense. So I verified the information that I read on the news. So I realized like this is like fake news, just a temporary fud. They're just messing with your mind to increase their own portfolio. The US government have it as well. Tesla has it. So guys, always look at the data. The data, numbers don't lie. The data is the truth. Always follow the data and never follow the opinions that you hear on the news and from people around you. All right, selecting the right broker. So I personally live in the Netherlands, so I work with brokers, not work, but I use brokers that have the Dutch regulations. So I use Lightbit a lot. I barely use Binance. I sometimes use it. I don't use it a lot. But if you're going to use a specific platform, let's say for example Binance, always use the referral links from your friends or family, because if you use these referral links, they will give you a certain amount of discount on your transaction fee. Let's say you want to buy Bitcoin. If you're going to buy Bitcoin on these exchanges, you have to pay a lot of amount of fee to the platform. Why? This is their way to make money. So if you get referred by a friend, you will receive a discount. You will save money, and your friend will save money. It's a win-win. So why don't you use it? You know, this is my personal link on Lightbit. Use your family first and friends, and then don't use mine right away. Just make sure to use the other ones first, and always check if the links are legit. That's what I got to tell you. It's the same way with Binance. The perks of Lightbit is that if you buy their crypto tokens, your crypto tokens are on offline storages. So nobody will have access to those coins except you. But the best thing I can advise is use hardware ledgers and put it in your own room, in your own house. They use two-factor authentications. They only have a specific amount of coins in their website, which is kind of a little bit of downside. So if I want to invest in a certain project, for example, energy web token, I can't buy it on Lightbit. I have to go to Liquid Pro because this is the place where they do sell the bitcoins, that specific token. So let's say I want to buy energy web token. I just go over here, energy web token. I click on it, and then I click on market. These are all the exchanges that are uh, selling and trading this coin. So let's say, for example, I want to buy energy web token. I just click on KuCoin or, for example, Liquid. I personally use Liquid. Let's see if it works. And then you get redirected to this page, and then click on this link. If you go to Liquid Pro Exchange, always make sure you're selecting the coin, click on markets, and then click on the exchange, and then click on this website link. This will make sure that you will always get redirected to the um, right website. So this isn't a fake website that is built by hackers or whatever. All right, let's go back to the course. The same way with Bifafo, you can save 1,000 transaction fee for the first week. Liquid Pro, you get discount of 10% transaction fee if you use my affiliate link. And Crypto.com, this is my referral. You will get a lot of discount on the staking rewards. So either way, you have a lot of exchanges and um, brokers who are providing crypto coins. So pick one that suits your own um, personal view or personal use of your usage. Okay, create a Lightbit wallet. So let's say, for example, you're just gonna create a Lightbit wallet. I'm gonna show you guys how to use it. You can use it on the computer, on your web browser, or you can download the app. Always make sure you have Google Authenticator as well. So you're gonna create a Lightbit wallet. So let's say you created an account. I'm gonna show you guys how the website works. So this is your little dashboard. You can see over here how much Lightbit credits you have. You can deposit or withdraw. One Lightbit credit is equal to €1. So it's basically like a stable coin, like USDC or USDT. But this is their credits on their website. So if you're gonna sell your crypto asset, you will get the value in Lightbit credits, and then you can withdraw it and put it in your bank account here in the Netherlands. You can see over here all the transactions you did made in the history. You can see over here on the screenshot, this person made on the 12th of August, around this time, he withdrew some money and put it on his bank account. You can see your daily limit, your weekly limit, and monthly limit. If you verify your account, do your KYC, upload your passport, your address, and your personal a picture on the website, you will get verified, and then they will know who's the owner of this account. If you do your verifications, you will have more trading limit each day, each week, and each month. If you want to buy a specific amount of a specific coin, you can just look over here. These are all the coins that they are currently trading according to the screenshot. So let's say, for example, you want to buy Bitcoin, you pay €100. You're going to use Ideal, which is a payment method. It's instantly, so you pay 100 euros and you will receive 0.00252529 bitcoins in your account, which has a value of 100 euros. And the fee that you have to pay is 1 euro and 23 cents, which is a lot. So I recommend buying in bulks instead of small transactions. So you will save the amount of fee. And also, if you use the referral links of your friends and family, you will save for some specific amount of transactions costs. So what kind of methods can you use on this website? You can use Ideal, Visa card, so forth, GiroPay, and whatever, everything that is available on this website. And then every exchange, this varies, of course. So let's go to your wallet page. If you go to your wallet page, you click over here, you can see all the coins that you have in your wallet. You can sell if you want, let's say for example, you want to sell 0x, you just click on here, sell, and then you will get the value of 132 euros. You will get it in your Lightbit credits. So if I sell this crypto token, I will get 132 Lightbit credits, which has a value of 132 euros. Um, and the same way, if you want to send or deposit, let's say you want to, somebody wants to pay you in 0x tokens, and he's asking you for your address. You just click on deposit, and then you will see the information, and then you can give it to them. So let's say, for example, let's say for this example, you want to send some coins. In this example, I'm going to use the coin Chiliz, CHZ. You gotta insert the amount of coins. On this wallet, you have 265 Chiliz tokens, and you want to send it to a specific address. You're just gonna put the address over here, and you're gonna put the amount here, and then you just click on this box and then preview and then send the transaction. It's that simple. Or you can just scan this QR code. It's very simple. Crypto to fiat. Let's say you want to um, you want to take profits and put the money into fiat. The amount of Lightbit credits that you have, you can just receive it on your bank account. You select your bank account and then you click on preview and then you receive it in 1 or 2 work days. It's simple as that. All right, let's focus on the subject security. The blockchain technology uh, is new is a new way of transferring money or receiving data from one source to another source. This is a new way of payment method as well. So we got to keep in mind with new technology, you will have new opportunities and uh, new problems as well. So we got to realize on how do we focus on security, how do we know, how can we protect our assets against hackers or scammers and whatever. I'm gonna teach you guys how to do it. It's very simple. Okay, so the crypto and the blockchain technology, you can use a lot of transactions on this network. It's faster and cheaper, not cheater, but cheaper. Excuse me. So you have more freedom because all the payments can be done on a global scale. You have more responsibility, and you are basically your own bank, which means that you have more responsibility and you have to protect your own assets. How do you do that? If you want to protect your own asset, you gotta think like a hacker. That's what you gotta do. So become an ethical hacker. That's what I gotta tell you guys. So most hackers, they always tend to be very generous, very kind, very helpful, and whatever. I'm gonna tell you guys a truthful story. There was one person on the internet. He was willing to buy some stuff, and the person who was selling those um, products, he told him like, "Hey, could you please um, send some money on my bank account so I can verify your bank address." And he was like, "You just have to pay 1 cent." If and the person, he was like, "Okay, yeah, sure, I trust you." He paid the 1 cent, but the link that was provided with uh, with the transaction was a false link, was not a legit link of the bank transaction. So that person was redirected to a false web page that looked like the bank account. He logged in and then he lost all his money. That's what he did. And this is a sad story how all the hackers work. Most of the hackers. So always if you get a link sent to your messages that's going through WhatsApp or SMS, don't click on it. Always ask for the direct address, bank account number, or wallet address to deposit it yourself. So you won't have to log in with your own account, so they won't be able to hijack you. And if they tell you that you have to transfer 1 cent to their bank account, that's a big red flag. Don't do it. Don't do it. Don't do it. Because if you do that, you will get redirected to a fake website, and then you will lose your login and all the money that you have in your bank account. So always make sure that you're going to deposit the money yourself manually. So let's say if this person doesn't send the products, you can just go to the bank and tell them that you got scammed, and they will send the money back to your account. With cryptocurrency, you got to realize that they have to send the product first in order for you to send the money. That's what you got to do. And always double check if the money is sent on, for example, on the Etherscan. I'm going to teach you guys how to do that in the future lessons, so don't worry about it. So always check the links if it's legit or not, and then click on it. Otherwise, don't click on it. Simple as that. So protect yourself. How do you protect yourself against hackers? Always use two-factor authentications. Always browse with VPN. With VPN, you can just protect your IP address. Always directly deposit money to bank addresses or wallets. Always use the option of secured payments. Some websites use the options of secured payments. You have to pay a little bit of fee, but it's better than nothing, so you won't get scammed. Do not click on links from unknown people or sources. If you click on a link by accident, always check the website. Does the website ask you to accept cookies or not? Click on the following buttons. Let's say frequently asked questions, terms and conditions, social medias, where you get redirected to their um, Twitter account, Instagram, Facebook, GitHub, Reddit, and so forth. Because a lot of hackers, they are too lazy to build all these features in the website to link you to the original owner's socials. So I'm going to show you guys how to do it, how to check it. Let's say, for example, I want to make sure that if this, let's say I got a link from a person, and he sent me this link, and I'm not sure if this is the legit website. The first thing what I got to do is I come on this website, I click on enter. I always use VPN, by the way. Oh, currently it's not on, but I'm going to use it right now. Let's go. It's on. So I want to make sure that this website is legit. That if I log in, that my account will get scammed. So I just scroll down. I just click over here, the products. Let's just go to the frequently asked questions. Let's go to their socials. Let's open it up. About us. All right, let's see. So it's over here. Coin market cap. Okay, seems legit. The button is working. They have their own Telegram. They have their own Instagram. Yeah, Instagram sometimes doesn't work. And they have their all these pages. They tend to work. If all these buttons that I see, privacy policy, terms of use, disclaimer, look, everything is here. So by this, I can tell myself, yeah, this is the legit website. It's not a fake website because most of the hackers they copy the layout, but the buttons are not clickable, and you won't get directed to the original page of this website because there's too much work of it. So most of the people that are getting hacked, they are the people who are lazy, who are not willing to do their own research and whatever. So always do that. Always do your research. Okay, and only transfer money with your small account. I'm gonna tell you guys how to do this. Let's say you have a bank account, okay? You gotta make sure you have two bank accounts and two wallets. You gotta spread the risk. Let's say if you have more than 10,000 euros in your bank account and you won't use it for a year, invest in it. That's what I would say to myself. So I have a main bank account in this example. I use this bank account for receiving my salary, my expenses, fixed costs such as rent, electricity, and the amount of money that is on this bank account is not longer than 2 years. If it's longer than 2 years, I'm either going to invest in it. That's my personal mindset. The maximum amount of money that is on this bank account is 1,000 to 2,000 euros. So the payment account is another bank account. I use this for groceries, shopping, or for small purchases online. And this specific amount of money, I only use it for less than 30 days. If it's longer than 30 days, I put it on this account. So the amount of money that I have on this bank account is 50 to 100 euros. Let's say, for example, a hacker hacks this bank account. The maximum amount of money that they will take from me is only 100 euros. Not that much. It's I was willing to spend it anyway. So if a hacker gets it, whatever, as long he doesn't get my main account or my saving account, which I'm going to discuss now. My saving account is for emergency. The amount of money that I put in this account is smaller than 5 years. If it's longer than 5 years, I'm going to put the money into my crypto portfolio, crypto projects, which is also diversified. I have a ton of wallets and I keep track of it as well. So on this account, I have 1 to 10,000 euros max in case of emergency. Let's say the dishwasher broke or the TV or my car broke, whatever. I need to be able to have money ready to fix this. So this is the way I manage my money in this example. And this is also how I do on my crypto. I don't put all my crypto tokens in one wallet. I'm not going to do that because if a hacker gets it, he gets all my profits. I spread it out. So let's focus on creating your own portfolio. I made an Excel file to that works for myself uh, to keep track of all your crypto portfolios in your tokens in one overview. So on this account, I have a HODL, a swing trade, and a cash out targets, potential price targets. So let's say, for example, I invested in cryptocurrency 2019, and the price of one Bitcoin was then around 10K or even lower than 10K. So my first target of selling some small amount of Bitcoins was around 30K. Then I sold some on 50K. I sold some. And the last second target is going to be 100K. Then I'm going to take another profit. And if the market dips, I'm going to buy again. Simple as that. That's how I work. Ethereum. Let's say I have like 2,000 of, let's say I have 1,000 Ethereum and I want to accumulate 2,000 Ethereum in total. This means that I won't have uh, Ethereum to swing trade, to sell a small portion of my Ethereum portfolio. So I won't be able to sell it. So in the next example, I have Chainlink. In this example, I have 1,000 Chainlinks and I want to hodl 20 Chainlinks for the next coming 10 years. This means that I have 980 coins to swing trade. And if I want to swing trade, I'm going to take my profits around these targets. Let's say I bought some Chainlinks around $1 and the price of one Chainlink increases to $20. This means that I can sell a specific amount of tokens of Chainlink around this price target, and $50 as well, $100 as well, $200, and so on. This is how it goes. And this is the same thing for each coin. Each coin has their own behavior and price target that's able to reach, and you gotta estimate when these price targets are going to be met. And this is you can only do this with technical analysis and fundamental research. I'm gonna teach you that in the upcoming lessons. So this is how I do it. Some ethics. So this is a quote I got from a series on Netflix called Step Up. I'm just gonna read it out for you guys and then explain to you guys how it works. The quote goes as follows: investors won't see profits for a while. You are drifting in a fast ocean. There are two things that can happen. You either die of thirst or survive. No matter how thirsty you are, you should never drink seawater. You have to hold until it rains. Pursuing profits in the early stage of a business or investment is like drinking seawater. So, to explain this, guys, to you, we as investors are like pirates on the sea. There's like a basic ruling of the pirates is you should never drink seawater, because if you drink seawater you will become more thirsty because the water is salty, it contains salt in it, so you should avoid it at all costs. The same way with investing. If you put your money into an asset, let's say 1,000 euros, and you lose a specific amount of money, you should never sell your asset with a loss. Don't do that. So what you gotta do is you gotta wait until it rains, and the rains indicates profits. So your 1,000 euros, it increased to 10,000 euros in a specific amount of time frame. And if this rain is pouring down, catch it up in a bucket and then drink from that. Never drink from seawater. The seawater is basically all the losses that you can make, and the rain is basically Rain Man, the profits. This is how you can visualize it for yourself. So never drink seawater, only wait for the rain to pour on you. So investing is like a journey on the sea. Simple as that. That's how I can explain to you guys. It's not an easy journey. I can tell you that. It comes with a lot of emotional swings, like the waves in the ocean. It's very very aggressive. Okay, sorry, my microphone got cut off. My apologies for that. So yeah, basically like investing is like a journey on the sea. We're basically like pirates and we want to make a lot of money in this journey. So it is not easy for as an investor to make a lot of profits. So you got to keep that in mind. All right, let's just continue. So remember, only the strong hands survive. So I want to welcome you to the world of crypto. And remember, only the strong hands survive. Happy trading, guys. Thank you guys for your time and attention. I hope you guys learned a lot from this. And as always, happy learning.